I always have a lot of ideas, and getting them out of my head as quickly as possible is crucial to not losing them. There's a bunch of ways to capture these ideas, but I find the most efficient way is using some sort of voice-to-text app. With all the AI developments over the last few months, voice-to-text has gone way better. And in this video, I'm going to show you the two best solutions I've come up with to capture my ideas using voice-to-text and my iPhone, and show you how you can set it up step by step for yourself. The easiest way to do this is to create a shortcut and use the action button to activate it. So here I'm going to hold the action button. The automation kicks off. I'm going to say whatever idea is in my mind, and you could speak for as long as you want to make sure it captures everything. At the end, you tap to end the recording, and then in the background, it automatically creates your note. It transcribes everything and sets the current date and time as the title of the note. So I love this. I find it super easy, pretty straightforward, and let me show you right now how to actually set it up. It's quite easy. So first off, we're going to create a new shortcut. You go into the Shortcuts app. We're going to hit New Shortcut, and then we're going to search for Record Audio. Right there. Set that up. You're going to hit the little arrow, the drop down, and in Start Recording, we're just going to set it to Immediately. All right. Next step, we're going to search for another action. Now we're going to search for Transcribe. Transcribe Audio. Put that in there. And you're going to hold Audio File to select Recorded Audio. So now we're just linking those two actions together. And then the last one is going to be Create Note. Create Note. Put that in there. So for contents, we're going to hold that and go down and select Transcribe Audio. We're going to hit the drop down. For the name, we're going to click there. And then in variable, if you have an idea, you could always put it to a constant name if you wanted. But in my case, I like having current date. So I'm just going to put that there. You can select the different options if you want, and where I'm going to save it. I'm going to click here and put it in I'm going to put in my voice notes. All right, and then we'll give it a name by dropping down here. I'm going to write transcribe to. And there you have it. The shortcut is done. We could test this out right away by just tapping the tile. And there we go. It's recording audio automatically. Let's do a little test to make sure it is capturing everything we're saying. We're going to tap to finish. And perfect. It says exactly what I just said. There we go. It's recording audio automatically. Let's do a little test to make sure it's capturing everything we're saying. Going to tap to finish. Perfect. Now, to link this shortcut with the action button, it's really easy. We're going to go into settings right here. We're going to go down to action button. Action button, you could flip through the different options, but you go to the end to shortcuts. Select the one we just made. So we called it transcribe to. There you go. And as easy as that. So now when I'm going to hold the action button, it works. Beautiful. It's going to record everything I say, and when I tap to finish, boom. Now, if you have an older iPhone that doesn't have the action button, don't worry, we're still able to use this. Go into what we just created, hit the three dots, and in Share, down here, click Add to Home Screen. Name it whatever you want, whatever look you want. I'll just do it like that. And then there you go. You have it right on your home screen, so you could activate it just by clicking right there. And as the same thing as the action button, is just on your home screen. So a virtual button instead of a physical one. Okay, so this is great. And I was really happy that just built into the iPhone, I was able to make this happen. But then it got me thinking, with everything that's possible with AI, what if I could take my audio note, but then process it somehow with an AI workflow? So I went deep into the weeds, seeing all the different transcription apps that exist, looking into the different models, and trying to figure out if there was some way of layering a prompt over the transcription to be able to make some workflows more efficient. This research led me to create something like this. When I hold the action button, it's going to start recording. Now in a different app, I'm going to be able to say whatever I want, and even if I have some hesitations in what I'm saying, like or I'm not sure because, what I want to say is really long, but I do want to get to a concrete idea. Let's say I wanted to discuss how to best create a video to be able to showcase how to use an audio note. Let's say that's the main thesis of this audio note, and I want to show the different options between using just the built-in features or going to something more advanced using what I'm about to show you. All right, that's enough. Let's pretend that is my audio note. I'm going to use an accessibility feature, which is double tap on the back of the iPhone, which is then going to run a different process that I'll show you in just a moment. And then there you go. Date and time. It's giving me a title, a bullet point list of what I just discussed, and then a full transcript of my audio note. The idea here is I wanted to not just have the raw output, but to be able to have a summary of what I'm discussing when I have a longer train of thought. And maybe I just want to have bullet points, or I'm coming out of a meeting and I want to remember all the to-dos I have. This is where this workflow comes into play. Now, it's more complex. It literally took me a full day, like 12 hours, to figure out which app to use, how to set it up, and kind of tweak all the ins and outs. So this is more the advanced level if you want to get into it, but I had a lot of fun setting it up. So I figured for some of you, it might be worth it to show you how it works. So the first thing you'll need is this app called Spokenly. I'm on the free version. I was able to download it and use just a local model. Right now I'm using NVIDIA's Parakeet model. And within the app, you're also able to set up a prompt. So here are the different prompts that I created as just an idea, but here's the one I'm using right now. Summary and transcript. So the prompt says, recap my thoughts into a summary. They'll be displayed at the top of the message with a maximum of 200 characters. Use bullet points if relevant, and then the full transcript under. Separate the two sections with a subtitle, and generate a short title at the top of the text block no longer than 30 characters based off of the summary. Clean up the transcript to remove filler words and correct grammatical errors. So now every time that I record an audio note, it's creating the transcript, but then layering this prompt automatically over it. That's not all. I wanted to get this summary into Notion versus just the basic Notes app. So to set this up, we're going to go into Shortcuts. And the first one is pretty simple. We're just going to create a new one called Start Dictation. So you're going to search for Spokenly and Start Dictation. As easy as that. That is what we will associate to the action button. Start Dictation. So that actually starts up the app automatically and begins the transcription. Next, we'll go into the app, the Spokenly app, go into settings, and then make sure auto copy to clipboard is checked, is enabled. This will be really important for the rest of the workflow that you'll see in just a minute. Also, we need to select which model you want to use for the AI processing of the transcript. So once again, we're using a local model, in this case, NVIDIA Parakeet, for the voice-to-text transcription, but we need another model to be able to actually process that text and apply the prompt that we just created. So you have the option to just pay the Spokenly app. It's $12 a month. If you upgrade to Pro, $12.99 a month or $70 for 6 months to be able to use the model that is offered through that subscription. but you could pay virtually nothing by using your own AI model that we will connect using an API key. Now, this was really intimidating for me. Like I was like, whoa, I'm going to use an API key to connect an AI model. But if I did it, I'm sure you can do it too. It's actually pretty straightforward. So let me show you how I went about doing it, and you'll save a ton of money. Go into your browser, and we're going to go, well, you could use any AI model you want. I just used OpenAI's platform because I'm used to using ChatGPT. So I'll show you in this case how to use it with platform. Go platform.openai.com. Search for that. Then you'll need to create an account. So name it whatever you want. I'll call it Nick Test and anything you want. Hobbyist. Create organization. You don't need to invite anyone. It's okay. Then we're going to generate an API key. I'll call it voice to text app, default project, and generate API key. So then it's going to make a test key, which you're going to copy, and then you want to add API credits. So $5 is way enough. I was curious to see how far it would get me, but as I'll show you in just a moment, it's costing me less than a cent every time. I'm like, so far, I don't even think I've spent a cent in the last month. So it's really, really cheap to do it this way. So you enter your credit card information, and then you purchase the $5 credit. You could choose to auto reload it. I didn't. I just wanted to do it as a test, and that's what I recommend for you. Just buy $5 worth, and you'll see how long that lasts you, but probably months, maybe even years. Who knows? It's really wild. So then you go into API keys. So these are mine here. Copy the secret key. Make sure you copy it the first time you create it. So then back into the Spokenly app, you go into prompts, and then at the top right, you see the key. You press that key icon, and these are the AI providers. So I already have mine here with OpenAI, but in the sense that you want to make one, you press the plus icon, choose the model you want. I'm going to go with OpenAI. Copy, so paste your API key right here, and then enter the model that you want to use. They suggest GPT-4, GPT-4o mini or GPT-4o. I used GPT-5 Nano. So you write GPT-5 Nano, and then you're going to test the connection. It should work right away. And then once it's tested, you'll have it added like that, and then you'll be able to use it. So it's going to be using your own API key to process the prompts over your transcripts. And just quickly about the usage. So here's an example. I was traveling the last couple of days, but since I got back, I've used it a couple of times. And it says less than a cent for every time that I've used it. My budget is still at $0. So since I've been using this, so I think I set up at the beginning of 2026, I'm still at $0, which is completely wild. So versus paying $13 a month, $0 with a $5 deposit is pretty good in my books. Okay, now that we have all that properly configured, we can move on to step 2, which is the second part of the automation. So in the Shortcut app, we're going to create a new action and search for Spokenly again. And it's going to be, we're going to kick off this second automation with stopping the dictation. After stopping dictation, we're going to want to get clipboard, because in the app it automatically copies to clipboard. And then we're going to go into Notion. And in Notion, we're going to create and open a page. Title is going to be same thing, current date. Body is going to be clipboard. And in database, you could just leave it as is. In account and workspace. We're going to rename this and transcribe. So now we want to link that end transcribe to another action. We're already using the action button. So what we're going to go is into the accessibility features. Accessibility features, you go down to touch. At the bottom of that, back tap and double tap. In double tap, I'm going to select what we just made together and transcribe. And that double tap will now complete the automation that we just created. So let's try it out. We're going to hold down the action button. First automation comes into play, which is recording my transcription. It's taking account of everything I'm saying. And now when I double tap the phone, the back of the phone, I'll put it upside down for you. It runs that second automation, ends the recording, copies the clipboard, and creates a new note for me in Notion. I find this very cool. Like, it's maybe overkill for some people, but that you're able to use separate apps within the workflow, I think is great. So you're not just limited to just notes in Apple Notes. You could use Notion or Evernote or really anything that you might want. You just have to make sure that the note is compatible with shortcuts to be able to make it happen. So it's up to you to see which way you prefer, if you want that more the processing from the prompt or if just the raw transcription is enough for you. In any case, I find that both of these ways are great to be able to go from your mind to have something written down and stored, because even though we're great with coming up with ideas, our brains are not great for long-term storage. At least mine isn't in any case. So I hope this was useful. Obviously, this technology changes super quick, but as of early 2026, when I'm recording this video, this was the best way I've found to be able to do it. And yeah, I had a hard time figuring out, so I hope this might be helpful for some of you if you are in a similar situation as me and wanted just an efficient way or a geeky way to be able to remember all your ideas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.